Okay, so what I want to show you today is a different kind of stamp you can make. I made some earlier, and it's made with metal tape. Now you can buy this at any hardware store. It's a very simple process, and it only comes in 2 inches wide, which is why I'm using it to make like borders, because these are going to be borders on my new journal that I've started. So, and I'm going to make tiles, so I can tile along the bottom of some pages. I have a collection of these that I'm going to tile together. So I'll show you how to do it. It's very simple. You need your metal tape, which, like I said, you can buy on Amazon, but you can buy it at any hardware store too. This is that foam. It's styrofoam. It's that thin styrofoam board. You can buy this at, pretty sure Michael's and Hobby Lobby have it, but you can buy this online or at most craft and art stores. But you don't have to buy this. I have tons of this. I use it in another printing process. But you can actually use things like this, the tops of, since you only need 2 inches wide for this, this is perfect. The little meat packers, they come in the bottom of your hamburger and stuff, and steaks if you're lucky. You can use these, and you could use like the to-go boxes are made of the same kind of styrofoam, and there is a flat area in the middle here that you can use. So basically what you do is you cut your piece of tape to the size you want. I'm not going to be fussy. And then you would cut a piece of styrofoam smaller, a little bit smaller than what you cut on your tape. So I'll probably do like that. You want it just a little bit smaller so you can fold the tape over the edges. Now I take my tape partially off. Now this tape has a paper backing, and it's very sticky, so, and if you can get it apart, this piece has a little bit of a ruffle tape, but you can get it out. I'm just going to use this to demonstrate. So you get it slightly apart. I get it almost all the way, and then I position my piece of foam board as best I can on top, and then pull the rest of it away. Now, you want to fold the edges over. I just lay it on the table and then press it to get a good fold over. I do the larger edges first, and you want to press it down really good because you want it to stick. Make sure this is, if you see a wrinkle or something, you can try and run it out with your finger. Okay, now the edges, I cut this at an angle at the edge. Cut the tape so I don't get a big bulky area there. Where if this tape folds on itself, it makes kind of a sharp edge, and you don't want to be playing with anything with a sharp edge on your gel plate. And you just put those over carefully. And if you get any bulky parts, just use your finger to smooth them down. Also, if you get too much of a bulk when the fold over, you can just put it on the table and press it. Get edges you don't like. Okay, so now you've got it done. Now what I'm using are, I've got a package of stylus. It came with an order from Amazon that had carbon paper and tracing paper in it, and this came with it, which I didn't expect it, but I really like it. Now, as you can see, it's got a little ball on the end. This is the largest one, and then a medium-sized one. It'll make a difference what size you use. You can use a stylus like this. You don't need this now. Just an old ballpoint pen would work. Now you can take your design. I could draw my design out on this if I wanted to, and then lay it on here, tape it down because you don't want it moving, and then go over it with a pencil, and then go over it again with a ballpoint pen. But today I'm just going to, let me focus down here a little so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to freehand just a doodle. All right, now I'll show you the difference using this end. I'm getting it. That's about what you're going to get with a ballpoint pen. A nice line. Now I'm going to use the larger ball to make dots. Let's see how nice those come out. Just going to do this real quickly, and then I'm going to show you how this prints. Like I said, I've been playing with this for my journal. I used this kind of tape. I don't know if it was, I don't remember if it was sticky back, but it was a very thin metal tape. Years ago when I did collagraphs, I used something like this. And I did sort of the same thing, only I glued it down because it wasn't a sticky back tape. It was just a very thin metal, and I don't know what it was. I just remember doing it. And I remember how satisfying it is to draw with it. I mean, it's like drawing on ice. It's very satisfying. I don't think it would be as much fun if you put your drawing over it and drew on the paper. And I'm just going to show you that you can also use it. I'm using the smaller end right now. But you can use it to fill in areas just by pressing down and going back and forth. And it does a very good job of that. You'll see what you get when I show you the printing. I went over the line in that one a little, but it is a little slippery. Like I said, it is like drawing on ice. And you'll see what kind of impression you get from that, but it's pretty nice. Like I said, I've done some other ones. This one's kind of similar to the one I did earlier. But I'm just going to do some, so you can see how the lines come out. I'm going to do a whole lot of lines here so you can see that it will give you fine detail. In the way that it prints. They all things that you use to make stamps and that have a slightly different effect when you print with them. That's why I like using different kinds. I'm going to do a video on like doing the same kind of stamp but with different products so you can see that it's slightly different. And if you want a certain effect, you look for something that will give you that effect. Now on the back of it, I'm going to take a long piece of tape. I'm going to stick part of it down, like maybe a quarter of it, fold it on itself, and what I'm making a little tab on it, then stick the rest down. And as you can see, I made a little tab there because that way I don't leave a fingernail print when I try and pull it off the paper, because sometimes this stuff will stick down. Okay, so I will be back in a minute and show you how we use this to print. The more you use these, the better they would do. I've tried different designs. No designs work better than another. But the more you use these, the better they do. You know? Yeah, I'm going to do it on the back side. This is actually the front side of that print, but I think I'm going to do it on the back side. Oh, let's see what we got. But anyways, I think you get the point. And they make very, like, I love them. They look very rustic and primitive and bohemian. And I just love them. Look how lovely that's. And I did a lot of them. At the end of the video, like I said, I'll show you the other ones that I did. But you can do a lot of nice things with this. It doesn't give you the same impression. I wish I had a thing handy. It doesn't give you the same impression that a rubber stamp will, or can you see it? It's just not the same. And the other thing about it that I thought was cool is I'm going to take some of them. This one you really can't see, but sometimes the paint, as you can see, I didn't use that color today. That's more of a yellow than that orange that I used. But they hold on to other colors, and sometimes these colors will come off onto the print, and there'll be colors from the last couple of prints, and it really looks cool. I have an example in the house, and I'll put that as the last picture on the video. The other thing is you can take these, and if you're making a, say that's the cover to your journal, you could actually hot glue this metal piece down. You could do it, and as you see, look at how pretty that is. You could hot glue them down and then do that rub and buff over them. Or just take gold paint with your finger and rub over it to highlight it and seal it down on your journal. I mean, I think that would look great. I'm planning on doing it. I'm going to cut one out and try and cut a keyhole and make it look like it goes on a door. But as you can see, this is what you can do with this metal tape. It makes really nice impressions. Like I said, the more you work on it, the better the impressions are. And at the end of this video, you'll see I have a few that I've been working on today that had even more crisp impressions than these are. But thank you very much for viewing the video. Like if you like my videos, please put a like. Subscribe if you want to see more, because there will be more. I think my next video is going to be, I have done these stamps. I've done the same design in different kinds of stamp material. This in the glue and the, I showed that interfacing material one, I think last week or the week before. But I want to show you the difference it makes on your design to use different kinds of stamps. And I always believe you should use different kinds of stamps, masks, stencils. If you mask with paper, when you pull the mask off, if you mask off and you've already done a layer, and then you put your mask on and go over that and then pull, if you do that with paper, some of the undercolors coming up with the paper, so you get one look. And if you do it with something that the paint won't stick to, something slicker, then it'll be a totally different look. So I'll show you all that in later videos. You have to figure out how, this is the design I want, how do I want it to look? What's going to give me that look? That's how you have to kind of think. If you're planning a design, that's how you kind of have to think. Sometimes I get out here and just print. I've done a couple videos where I just showed you. I just go at it. It's great therapy. I love it. But anyways, I need to stop talking now. If you like my videos, like I said, please put a like and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm still trying to build this channel. It's slowly getting there, but I have a lot more to share, so I hope you're there with me to share it. Thank you, and you have a nice day.